All right, we back at Numbers, 11th chapter, and we're going to read the first verse. Numbers 11 and 1. And when the people complained, it displeased the Most High. Hear that? Most High don't like no complainers. When the people complained, it displeased the Most High, and the Most High heard it. Remember, his eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of men, and even the secret things. And his anger was kindled, and the fire of the Most High burned among them, and consumed them that were in the uttermost parts of the camp. You understand this? Go to Numbers. Hold that. Get Numbers 4:24. It's sad when you think about going over our story in this Bible and see that we still hold on to the same thing. Deuteronomy 4:24. For the Most High, thy power is a consuming fire, even a jealous power. Hear that? Same thing it tells us in the book of Hebrews. Because that's all they had was the law and the prophets. That's all they had, people. Was the law and the prophets. When you look at Hebrews 12:29, for our power is a consuming fire. But see, people don't fear that. You touch fire, you get burned. Say the Most High is a consuming fire. Do you hear what it's saying? Exodus 24:17. Exodus 24:17. Most High speaking once, yea, twice, man perceives it not. See what he said a third time. Exodus 24:17. And the sight of the glory of the Most High was like devouring fire on the top of the mount in the eyes of the children of Israel. Devouring fire. Numbers 11 and 1. And when the children complain, all you complainers out there, oh, woe was me, you can't get over yourself. It displeased the Most High. Most High don't like no complainers. Because you're supposed to have faith. Call on the Most High, by Shem Mashiach Yahushua, then say that's what's going to happen. You ain't going to be doubting. It displeased the Most High for you to complain. You know, asked him for something, then now you complaining. It displeased the Most High, and the Most High heard it. And his anger was kindled, and the fire of the Most High burned among them and consumed them. Burn them up. That were in the utmost parts of the camp. And the people cried unto Moses. See? You seeing the people get toasted, crispy, burnt. And the people cried unto the Most High. Through Moses. And the people cried to Moses. And when Moses prayed unto the Most High, the fire was quenched. He burned the people up. He consuming fire. But you mean to tell me you see people burning, you know just good and well, this is what happened, and you ain't going to fear him? Listen. And the people cried unto Moses. And when Moses prayed unto the Most High, the fire was quenched. And he called the name of the place Taberah, because the fire of the Most High burnt among them. Hear that? And the mixed multitude that was among them fell a lusting. This mixed multitude that was among us fell a lusting. And the children of Israel also wept again and said, who shall give us flesh to eat? They crying. And this mixed multitude, all these other people, start lusting. Bringing that lust demon among us. And the children of Israel also wept again and said, who shall give us flesh to eat? We remember the fish, which we did eat in Egypt freely, the cucumbers and the melons and the leeks and the onions and the garlic. But now our soul is dried away. There is nothing at all beside this manna before our eyes. And that manna tastes like anything they wanted it to taste like. But, you know, bunch of complainers. That displeases the Most High. He ain't with that. Don't think he don't know. With his eyes being 10,000 times brighter than the sun. Okay, let's look at Miriam and Aaron talking against Moses, saying the Most High dealing with us like he dealing with Moses. Numbers the 12th chapter. Verse 1, and Miriam and Aaron spake against Moses because of the Ethiopian woman whom he had married, for he had married an Ethiopian woman. Now, a lot of people want to go to this, especially you children of Israel, that's really Israelites that think you a Hamite. You go here to say, look, Moses married an Ethiopian woman. What color was Moses? What color was Moses? Can they show what color Moses was? More than likely they can't. You know, Moses was a brother married to another dark-skinned woman of another nation, the Ethiopian woman. But this is not the point. This is not the point. Let's see if the Most High come down and have a problem because Moses married an Ethiopian woman. Because that's what the church is trying to show. Because they want to put us in there some kind of way like we Hamites. We so-called Africans, but we're not. We're Shemites. We're Shemitic. Not Semitic, but Shemitic. We're from Shem. And Africans, so-called Africans are from Ham. And we're not Africans. You look up the Zondervan Bible Dictionary. Matter of fact, I have it here. You look up the word Ham. Let's see what it says. Ham. The youngest son of Noah. This is from the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary. It's Ham. The youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood, and one of 8 persons to live through the flood, he became the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes. Hear that? Ham is not the Negroes, but the Egyptians, Ethiopians, Libyans, North Africans, and Canaanites, South Africans. See? So therefore, they know that we're not Hamitic. But we're Shemitics. We're from Shem. So now, Numbers the 12th chapter, the first verse again. And Miriam and Aaron spake against Moses because of the Ethiopian woman whom he had married, for he had married an Ethiopian woman. Right? She might have married a Hamite. And they said, this is what they said, have not the Most High indeed spoken only by Moses? Has he not spoken also about us? He think he got all the power? The Most High dealing with us too. We got just as much power as Moses. And the Most High heard it. The Most High heard it. He didn't say the Most High heard it when he said he was married to the Ethiopian woman. But the fact that they said, has not the Most High indeed spoken only by Moses? They done brought him in it. This ain't just about Moses, it's about the Most High. That's why you got to watch what you say. And they said, have not the Most High indeed spoken only by us, by Moses? Has he not spoken also by us? In the same realm? People put you in I'm just as important as him. And that's how people think. That's their pride. Take them to another level. Well, you nobody. Like when the book is closed, you become nobody. Here you are listening. And the book is closed now, I'm nobody. Whoever it is that your leader, whoever it is that you listen to is nobody. Once the book is closed, then you just as important as them, but you don't do the same thing. You're not on the same capacity as they are, but yet still you think you're the same. That's what you see here. Most High dealing with us just like he dealing with Moses. That's what Miriam and Aaron is saying. And the Most High heard it. He ain't said that when they said something about he had married an Ethiopian woman, he heard it. Listen to what he said. Now the man Moses was very weak above all men, verse 3, which were upon the face of the earth. Very humble man. And the Most High spake suddenly unto Moses and unto Aaron and unto Miriam, come ye out, ye three, unto the tabernacle of the congregation. And they 3 came out. And the Most High came down in the pillar of a cloud, a chariot, and stood in the door of the tabernacle and called Aaron and Miriam, and they both came forth. And he said, Hear now my words. If there be a prophet among you, I, the Most High, will make myself known unto him in a vision and will speak unto him in a dream. Now that's Job 33. Job the 33rd chapter. Show you how the Most High conversing with a man. Job 33, I'm going to start at verse 14. For the Most High speaking once, yea, twice, yet man perceiveth it not. He just said it, we just went over it 3 times. He said he's consuming fire. Once, yea, twice, man perceiveth it not. Listen, in a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, and slumberings upon the bed, then he openeth the ears of men and sealeth their instruction. So he bring forth these visions and dreams to seal a man's instruction, that he may withdraw man from his purpose, take man from his purpose, what he want to do, and hide pride from man. He can't do what he want to do, because he got to do what the Most High say do. Those that's locked in. Now, some going to be rebellious. They're not going to follow what he say. And the consequences of that is the wrath of the Most High. Verse 7 of Numbers 12th chapter. My servant Moses is not so, who is faithful in all mine house. With him will I speak mouth to mouth, even apparently, and not in dark speeches. And the similitude of the Most High shall he behold. Wherefore then were ye not afraid to speak against my servant Moses? He letting you know, what is he talking about? He talking about how he's dealing with Moses. Like they try to say, Most High dealing with Moses, he deal with us just like he deal with Moses. He telling them, no, Moses different than y'all. And the anger of the Most High was kindled against them, Aaron and Miriam and Aaron, and he departed. So he got angry against Miriam and her brother Aaron, which is Moses' brother and sister, and he left. He left. And the cloud departed from off the tabernacle, and behold, Miriam became leprous, white as snow. So Miriam, from being dark-skinned, turned white as snow. Leprosy. So white is leprosy. Only it's a clean leper if it's from the head to the toe. And Aaron looked upon Miriam, and behold, she was leprous. She was white as snow. She had turned like the palm of her hand, the bottom of her feet. And Aaron said unto Moses, Alas, my Lord, I beseech thee, lay not the sin upon us. Why ain't Miriam crying out? She the one turned white? No, Aaron crying out. And Aaron said unto Moses, Alas, my Lord, I beseech thee, lay not the sin upon us, wherein we have done foolishly, and wherein we have sinned. Let her not be as one dead. So being white is like being dead, it's saying. What it say in verse 10? And Miriam became leprous, white as snow. Verse 12, let her not be as one dead, of whom the flesh is half consumed when he cometh out of his mother's womb. And Moses cried unto the Most High, saying, Heal her now, O Most High, I beseech thee. Cry unto the Most High to heal Miriam. What did the Most High say? And the Most High said unto Moses, If her father had but spit in her face, should she not be ashamed 7 days? See, if her old man spit in her face, if her daddy spit in her face, shouldn't she be shut out of the camp for 7 days? Let her be shut out from the camp 7 days, and after that let her be received in again. And Miriam was shut out from the camp 7 days, and the people journeyed not until Miriam was brought in again, until she turned back to her regular brown skin. See? But Moses had to cry to the Most High, because his sister had turned white. Look at Numbers, the 20th chapter. Now, I'm going to skip over that. Go to Deuteronomy, the 26th chapter. Deuteronomy 26th chapter. And Look at Deuteronomy 26:5. And thou shalt speak and say before the Most High thy power, a Syrian ready to perish was my father, and he went down into Egypt and sojourned there with a few, and became there a nation, 600,000 strong, great, mighty, and populous. And the Egyptians evil entreated us, and afflicted us, and laid upon us hard bondage for 80 years. And when we cried unto the Most High of our fathers, the Most High heard our voice. Let me read you again, verse 7. Deuteronomy 26:7. And when we cried unto the Most High power of our fathers, the Most High heard our voice, and looked on our affliction, and our labor, and our oppression. And the Most High brought us forth out of Egypt with a mighty hand, and with an outstretched arm, and with great terribleness, and with signs, and with wonders. And he have brought us into this place, and have given us this land, even a land that floweth with milk and honey. And now, behold, I have brought the first fruits of the land which thou, O Most High, have given me. And thou hast set it before the Most High thy power, and worship before the Most High thy power. And thou shalt rejoice in every good thing which the Most High thy power hath given unto thee, and unto thine house, thou and the Levite and the strangers that are among you. So you see how that works. When we cried to the Most High, he delivered us. Verse 7, and when we cried unto the Most High of our fathers, the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the Most High heard our voice, and looked on our affliction, and our labor, and our oppression. And let's go to Judges, the 10th chapter. And start at verse 6. And the children of Israel did evil again in the sight of the Most High, and served Baalim, and Ashtoreth, and the gods of Syria, and the gods of Zidon, and the gods of Moab, and the gods of the children of Ammon, and the gods of the Philistines, and forsook the Most High, and served not him. Served these other gods of these other nations. And the anger of the Most High was hot against Israel, and he sold them into the hands of the Philistines, and into the hands of the children of Ammon. And that year they vexed and oppressed the children of Israel 18 years. All the children of Israel that were on the other side of Jordan, in the land of the Amorites, which is in Gilead. So the Most High allowed them to vex us for 18 years in captivity, slavery, and bondage. Moreover, the children of Ammon passed over Jordan to fight also against Judah, and against Benjamin, and against the house of Ephraim, so that Israel was sore distressed in war. And the children of Israel cried unto the Most High, saying, we have sinned against thee, both because we have forsaken our power, but not following his laws, his commandments, his rules and regulations, and also served Baalim, and served the gods of the other nations. Nimrod, Semiramis, where it all started. All the way to really serving evil as Satan, and Tammuz, their son. That's your Trinity. Nimrod, Semiramis, and Tammuz. And different names, but the same entities coming from them, worshiping Satan. And the Most High said unto the children of Israel, did not I deliver you from the Egyptians, and from the Amorites, from the children of Ammon, and from the Philistines, the Zidonians also, and the Amalekites, and the Maonites did oppress you, and ye cried to me. This ain't a solution. Better hear it. Did oppress you, and ye cried to me, and I delivered you out of their hand. Yet ye have forsaken me, and served other gods. Wherefore I will deliver you no more. Go and cry unto the gods which ye have chosen. Go cry to them guys that you have chosen, all these different religions and so forth. Let them deliver you in the time of your tribulation. And the children of Israel said unto the Most High, we have sinned. Do thou unto us whatsoever seemeth good unto thee. Deliver us only. We pray thee this day, crying to the Most High. And they put away the strange gods from among them. They put away their religions, like you have today. Nothing new under the sun. And served the Most High. Came back to the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High. And his soul was grieved for the misery of Israel. See? That's what works. Just what works. Solutions. Every single time. And I'm going to stop right there. We're going to continue on this because it's very important that you see this. Understand this and understand this and really let it operate in your life. To humble you. That you can be able to see the salvation of Yasharallah. With that, I'm out. Shalom.